You know how sometimes you have an app idea, but it feels like way too much work to spin up a new project, set up navigation, maybe maps, push notifications, so you just don't do it? Well, I've been trying this app called VibeCode for the past couple days, and it basically lets you create apps super fast and even run them right on your phone. So as someone that creates a lot of applications, I really appreciate being able to quickly explore ideas and spin up applications that showcase a single feature or even module. Sometimes I'll even generate a simple app just for my daily use case. It's awesome and I had to try it. So in this video, we're not just going to look at what I built. I'll also walk you through how you can actually use the application. We'll check out features like image handling, voice dictation, planning, and most importantly, how you can publish your application all the way to TestFlight. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Beto, founder of Code with Beto and developer success engineer at Expo. I've been building applications for years. If you're a mobile dev or just want to learn more about the space, hit subscribe and let's dive in. And here I am on the App Store. And you know, the first thing that you need to do is just go ahead and download it. It looks really nice. And in my experience, I think it's the first application that was created that allowed you to build applications. So it's pretty cool. And actually, I already have an application here, as you can see. Let's just press this menu. Let's just go home. So this is VibeCode, right? If you haven't already, just go ahead and download it. I'm going to leave the link in the description. But another cool thing about VibeCode is that it's not just only an application. You can also access the website and build an app here. So let me show you how it works. Let's create a simple application just for fun. You just press the plus button and let's try to build the same app that I created yesterday. So that's actually pretty cool as well. Another thing that I really like is that you can spin up new instances that will create, if you want, the same app, but it's going to be different, right? Because with AI, you always get different results and you can play around, compare results. All right, so here's my app idea, guys. Build an application that tracks turns between two people to wash the dishes every day. So a cool thing about VibeCode is that you can actually plan with the agent. Like right here, we have Sonnet 4, which is the greatest and latest model that it's very capable. So if I press here, I can just select plan and just press the, the primary button, and this is going to start planning. What I was saying, guys, is that you can leave the application at this point. So right now, as you notice, I am building or planning this application, but I can actually right now start a new instance and start creating a new app, which is extremely powerful for me because it allows me to prototype and check out UIs or just explore ideas super quickly. And as you can see here on my screen, we can also keep track of what's happening with the agent as it builds the application. We can do the same in real time in the mobile device or in the website. So it's pretty cool. Now this is not ready yet. Oh, and I got a notification, as you can see there, that it has finished planning. So you can see it here in the website. It's more comfortable, but looking at the app, also if you are traveling or you are in the car or going somewhere, you can do everything in the app as well. It has a really nice plan. It's going to use Sustant for the state navigation structure. And I actually don't really care too much about how it's going to do it. So once we're happy with that, I can just go ahead and say, okay, let's move forward with development. And now in here, you can choose which module you can use. So right now I'm going to say build, since we already have the plan. And then I'm going to select Claude Sonnet 4, since I think it's the best model. And also it's the more expensive one, so be careful with the usage. So let's just press enter. And now our app is in progress. Now, something really cool that I like about the application is that it comes with live activities. So right now I can just, take a break, grab my coffee and chill for a little bit while my application is being built. And I will get a notification as soon as the app is ready. Now, while this app is being developed by the agent, like I said before, you can create a new app right away. But I want to show you some of the apps that I've built and I've been having a lot of fun. First of all, I have this Pinpoint reminders app that I can just select and it loads instantly. It only works on light mode at the time. So let me switch to light mode. And this is how it looks. So the idea of this application is that allows me to drop pins in the map and add nodes. And it actually got this in 2 prompts. I can drop a pin. Let's say that, I have a couple there and I can select them. And you can add notes about these pins, right? So for example, that was a test pin. But let's say that I want to drop a pin here in Mexico because I want to go visit soon. So it could be like, I want to go here and add. Now, this is really cool. I really like this application. It allows me to add notes and even reminders about this location. So you can use it to keep track of the place you have visited, or if you want to remember something about that specific location, or just a reminder that you need to buy tickets to go to Mexico, for example. Let me create a reminder to show you that actually this application comes with push notifications, which is crazy to me. So let's create a simple reminder. Oh, and I got a notification there. The project is ready. Okay, so the title is Buy Flight to Mexico, and then I can just generate a random description. And then in the scheduled, I'm going to set a reminder for, okay, and set reminder. Okay, successfully, nice. Now this is going to take me back, and now I have this pin in Mexico, and I have my pins here in San Francisco, and I can, quickly go and see what I wrote down there. I can delete it as well. But now let me show you how this looks when I get the notification. Of course, this is the app that I'm building right now. Oh, and I got the reminder right there. Super cool that it's actually a push notification. You can see here. This is Buy Flight to Mexico. Now this is coming, of course, from the VibeCode app, since the app lives inside of it. But once we deploy it, we can actually, get standalone notifications from our application. Anyways, let's check out our application. Our Dish Duty Duo is ready. Let's load it. By the way, in my experience, loading applications sometimes is painful on, other AI tools, but VibeCode is different. I don't know how they do it, but it's pretty fast. Okay, awesome. And now this looks amazing to me. Let's see if I can set the names. Okay, perfect. Now this is like a simple idea that I think it would do great in the App Store. Maybe it's already available, but you can tweak it with your preferences, right? And I didn't have to press anything, just enter. And now I can say, if I wash the dishes today, I'm going to mark this as done. And that's my streak. Okay, we can see the history. Perfect. And this UI looks amazing. You can see we have this large header that looks beautiful. But if you want to actually improve the UI, like let's say that we want this to be only dark mode, we can take some inspiration from Dribble, for example, or some UI that you want to use. So let's search for dark mode application. And let's just scroll down and see what we have in here. Okay, so this one looks nice, right? It has like a yellow primary color. And let's say that I want something similar to this. So I'm going to take a screenshot and then go to VibeCode, select my app, and I can just paste it in here. And let's ask the agent to change the theme. So I'm gonna say change the theme of the app based on the screenshot. Should have that yellow primary color and dark theme. So from here we can, build directly, or you can just select auto. That's going to auto detect if it should plan or build it directly. And for the model, I always like to select Claude Sonnet 4. Let's send this and see what happens. By the way, also notice that you can attach that in here, right? So if I go to the menu in the app, I can just select a photo here and basically ask the same from the application. Okay, and it's ready. I got a push notification as well, which is really cool. And now I can go see my project, see how it's doing. Let's see if it did it. Oh my goodness. Did you see that, guys? Let me now change to dark mode, and this works perfectly fine. We have now this yellowish color that I really like, and it's overall like a dark theme that I can tweak more. And I really like that it's using the large header. In my opinion, looks amazing, and of course is native, meaning that you can see that this is native because it has this background color, and then if you long press, you'll have this iOS only feature that shows you the previous screens. So that's pretty cool. Now let me quickly show you another cool feature, guys. We have the versions on the right, And you know, right now it has the latest version, which is my theme, dark theme, but we can always go back to the previous version. But just be careful, because if you do that, you will lose your current progress. So right now I don't want to do that. Just want to mention that you can do that. All right, now at this point I'm ready to publish my application. And of course, if you want, you can download the project and, you know, tweak more things. But actually I'm good with the current state. So let's press this App Store button. So from here, it's actually very simple. The only thing that you need is an Expo account. So if you haven't already, just go to expo.dev and create an account. I already have mine, as you can see here. And another thing that you need is going to be an Apple developer account. That's the only two things that you need. There's a couple things that we need to fill out for our application. First of all, we need to set a bundle identifier, which is basically just like an identifier, a unique identifier for my application. Right now it says .VibeCode and then the name of the app. But since this is my app, right, I'm going to call this dev and then say code with Beto dot and then the name of my app. This is like the standard way of creating a bundle identifier. And then the app details. That's the app name that is going to be shown in the application. I think that's okay. Hopefully it's available in the App Store. And then the version number. It's okay, we can start with 1. And another cool thing about VibeCode is that you can generate the icon here. So let's press this generate icon. I don't know, guys, I'm pretty bad at icons, so I'm gonna say app about washing dishes, and let's see what we get with that. All right, pretty good. But let's try to say no borders, because I can see that it has a border. So let's try this again. I kind of like it, but let's see if we can get something better. Oh my goodness, that looks awesome. So I'm going to save this icon. Okay, now that's my icon. And then let's continue to the build setup. So from here, actually VibeCode uses Expo services under the hood with your account, of course. And also we need our Apple developer account. So that's why we need these two. So I'm going to sign in with my Apple developer account. And we also need an access token so that VibeCode can create the build for us in Expo. So let's press this create Expo access token button. Select your account and press visit link. Now I'm going to press this create token button. Super simple stuff. You don't really need to, you know, understand what's happening here, but the token name is going to be VibeCode app and then generate this new token. Now be careful, guys, with this token. You don't want to share it with anyone. Just make sure that you copy this token and save it somewhere safe. Okay. Once you've done that, let's go back to VibeCode and paste that in here. Here's my Apple credentials. Let's see what we have for advanced. Setting the Apple Team ID is optional, but I would recommend it if you can. So just go to your Apple developer account and under membership account, you can find your team ID. So just copy this value, go back and paste it in here and just start the build process and just wait for a little bit. This usually takes like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, guys, this is important. After a moment, we get this alert. And basically this is because VibeCode is authenticating for us. So we need to set this in here, 145602. Now this is going to authenticate. All right, and we can just press done and the building of the app is going to continue. Awesome, and now the build was successful. We got this really nice message here and we can track it. So let's press this button. We can see how the app is building. Alrighty guys, and the build was successful. First try, I didn't have to do anything, and the submission as well was successful. So in Expo, you can check the overview of your project and you'll find the build details, like how long it took to build the application. In my case, it was 8 minutes. In total 9 minutes, and the submission was pretty quick, just a minute. So once the app is submitted, it means that the application is now on TestFlight, meaning that VibeCode or Expo, they did their job. So just to show you, if I go to my Apple developer account and select my applications, I have here my Dish Duty Duo. So if I select it, you're going to see that we have the information about the distribution of the app. So we need to upload screenshots if you really want to push this to production. But so far, I only care about testing it. So on the dropdown, you can select TestFlight. And I can see my app here in TestFlight, ready to submit. And yeah, just right now, I just got this email from TestFlight that is actually inviting me to test my application. Now we only need to just press this view in TestFlight button. And of course you need to download TestFlight, is this application if you haven't already. You can download it from the App Store. And from here, I'm just going to install it. It's really cool that it already comes with an icon and I didn't have to do anything. Okay, and now here's my app. This is a fully standalone application that just works. Let me put it here right next to VibeCode. It has the name that I provided and I'm surprised that the name was available actually. So pretty cool that this is the name of the app and now I can use it, mark it as done and everything, it works just fine. Let's just test the history. Person A, of course I didn't change the name of the person, but everything else looks nice. We have this really cool UI. And from here, it's just a matter of sharing with your friends or just go ahead and take some screenshots and send it for review to go to production. Now, like I said before, guys, if you are like me and you like to dig into the code, you can download the code base and tweak it around. So that's VibeCode, guys. We cover planning, images, building the application, creating the token, publishing it to TestFlight, and installing a standalone application on a device. For me, the magic is how easy it is to explore ideas and actually ship them. So make sure that you give it a try. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a like. And if you want to learn more about React Native, check out my course as well. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.